Awkward.
What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of What the Fanboy. My name is Luke, and this is Mr. Tyler.
I am back, healthy-ish. I might cough a few times.
I wouldn't have you any other way.
Every time Tyler coughs, take a drink.
Good luck with that. Hopefully that means you don't drink at all. To my right, the beautiful Brett Eitzen.
Yo, what's
up, man?
Oh, you know.
We are back in action. Me for the first time in a long time.
Just a week, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. 2 weeks total, I guess.
Yeah.
I only missed one episode, but it's been 2 weeks.
You missed a lot. What did we do last week? Oh, yeah, we did the comic book movies.
Costumes.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
What'd you do?
Start over.
Start over. What's up, fanboys and fangirls? I'm starting over because Brett did something wrong, I guess.
There's too many buttons to push.
This is Mr.
Man.
Tyler again. We're starting over, Tyler.
Hi. I'm Tyler.
Cough every time
I
Tyler
might-
takes
yeah.
a drink.
Yeah, if I cough, you have to drink. That's the rule. I don't care if you're at work. Do it.
Drink water.
No, I'm back. To my right, the beautiful Brett
I'm
Eitzen.
so glad you're back and feeling better.
I feel a little better. Had a dentist appointment today, so my mouth's kind of sore.
Show me those teeth.
Beautiful. I think those are beautiful.
They're better than
Thanks.
mine. Let me see them again. Yeah, I
Probably
guess.
not. My front teeth are fake. So
This
announcement
one
time.
is this one.
Nice.
It's half fake, I guess.
Yeah, I busted mine out on a bowling alley as a kid.
My goodness. I expected football.
No, I didn't have any teeth issues in football. I might have chipped a few, but
I chipped my tooth swimming. You would think it would be diving into the pool. No. I was swimming late at night and there was no light and I bashed my face into the side.
nice.
Skinny dipping. Classic.
What?
What?
Sure.
Why else do you go swimming late at night?
Because
Summer pool parties?
we just
There would be lights then.
me and my brother loved swimming. Mm-hmm. We had a neighborhood pool. Mm-hmm. And so we'd always go late at night when nobody was there.
Breaking the law.
No, it was allowed. It closed at 10. This is like 9:30. And the light was broken.
Stupid.
And naturally, I was testing out my butterfly stroke without goggles. And I rammed my upper mouth right on the side of the pool.
That is unfortunate.
Hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. Is that the right?
Watch your profanity.
I don't know. I don't know these things.
I smoked my face on Brett's couch this past week when we were helping you move it.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
I
Had a
appreciate
fat lip
that.
the next
That
day.
was a good memory.
remember that
Carried a
time?
couch, took off a door.
When I completely disassembled the door
The wrong way.
the incorrect way.
Yeah.
Boy, we're way off the rails.
That's all right. Let's do this.
That was an adventurous night.
What
me tell you.
That was quite the
It really was.
excursion.
Oh.
We'll plug that later.
Yeah, we will.
We can do it
But-
now.
Well,
No, we do it later.
Oh, okay.
That's a tease.
what have you guys been up to this week?
You're a tease.
Sometimes.
Always teasing me.
What?
You're like, hey, you look funny.
Yeah, good save. Great save. I can kick off what I've been doing.
I'm glad someone can.
I was out for a week, so I did quite a bit. I'll quickly go through these. I watched Sonic the Hedgehog.
Woohoo.
Obviously. Brett did too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You've seen this movie, I promise. I watched Good Time with Bat Pat in it. It was really good. I don't think I love it, but I really like it. I watched Abducted in Plain Sight. When I'm sick, I watch documentaries. I don't know why, but I watched this one, and every time I thought it was already pretty weird, it got weirder, more weird. I don't know. It was good, fine. I don't know. People are stupid. That's all I learned. I watched Bumblebee because I hadn't seen that one yet. That movie is booyah.
I
will
watched
say
it
it.
too actually this last week.
I will say it. It's a booyah.
Finally.
I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it's a booyah, but it is definitely fanboy worthy, and I do recommend it.
I literally could recommend that movie to anyone.
Been talking about that movie
It's
for
the best. It's
over a year now.
It's the
It's the best Transformers movie.
oh yeah.
Easy.
It's
Even better than the original.
it's fantastic.
And I like the original.
I loved it.
So there's our mini review.
Yeah, go watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's on who?
I watched it on Vudu.
Oh, it is streaming somewhere.
I bought
Can't
that
remember
movie.
where. I have too
and
many
hadn't seen
streaming
it.
services.
That was my birthday gift to you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to check out the full review, I reviewed it over a year ago.
We're a little late. It's
a
all
little,
good.
just a little.
So I introduced Dana to a movie that I'm a huge fan of called The Prestige. So I watched that again. That movie holds up extremely well. I hadn't seen it in quite some time. Highly recommend it. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson,
Such a good movie.
Michael Caine.
Oh, of course.
Hey, everybody famous you can think of in a Christopher Nolan movie. They're all there. It's about magic and how far you'll go to get a leg up on the competition.
Do you believe in
Very, very
magic?
good. I rewatched Jojo Rabbit. Gosh, I love that movie. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. I played some Apex Legends with these two goons. And I also picked up Doom.
These two goons.
What? There's
Yeah.
another team.
Luke finally jumped into the Apex arena with us.
You been liking Doom though? Real quick.
Doom is fun. Yeah, I like it a lot. I love how the pace of play is kind of remarkable.
Yeah.
Um,
It actively encourages you to like keep pushing.
yeah.
So it
say
never
sit
slows
back.
down.
Right. It's awesome. And it's a really weird thing to like, but like the blending of metal music into the game is so awesome to me.
Yeah.
Because Doom is absolutely metal. Like that game is so metal.
Yeah.
And it makes sense when you play it, when you're punching demons' heads off and kicking them in their spine and they blow up. And that game's awesome. And you're on Mars, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's awesome. I would recommend it. And if you like it right now, it's $5. So that's why I got it.
Highly recommend.
And then I'm also prepping for a mini series on my blog with the
Yeah.
Combine this week. I'm going to be putting out probably 3 or 4 blogs, pretty small ones, about prospective players for the Redskins and other teams. So doing my research for that, that's going to consume a lot of my time.
I just picture you right now as the gif of that cat, just
Yeah, that'll be me.
typing and researching.
Probably throughout the rest of this week. And then actually, I will be in Dallas this coming weekend. Friend of the pod, Lepke's bachelor party.
Ooh.
So that should be a good time. I'm prepping for that as well.
Nice.
Sounds exciting.
Luke, you go next.
So
Things aren't working again. Brett broke it.
So last year, my goal was to watch more TV shows to kind of review on the
I
show.
think you succeeded.
Yes, I did. I did too much, honestly. There was no point in going that overboard because sometimes I would watch something just for the sake of it, even if I didn't enjoy it. But this year, my goal is to watch more classic and older movies of the things I haven't seen. To dive into the backlog of some of these movies that everybody's always like, this is a movie that you need to see. So I started that this weekend, and I watched A Fistful of Dollars and A Few Dollars More. 2 classic spaghetti westerns. They're the first 2 movies in the unofficial trilogy of The Man with No Name, starring Clint Eastwood. I've always heard really good things about these movies, specifically Good and the Bad and the Ugly, which I haven't watched yet. But geez, they're really good. I highly recommend it to people if they want to watch a classic movie. This is definitely one to choose. I imagine if you're a Western fan, you've probably seen it. But it's really good. Clint Eastwood is a lot of fun with this smooth talking-ish, wise guy, tough guy. It's a lot of fun, and it was not what I was expecting, especially the first one, A Fistful of Dollars. I don't know why. I just expected Clint Eastwood to be this like
Rough guy.
this guy that like everybody's like, oh my gosh, who's this guy? Like somebody like in Pale Rider, where he's this preacher that shows up and everybody's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. It's like what? But no, like he's like an old Western con man, kind of gunslinger, and it was really really cool.
Those are fun to go back
Yeah,
into. Just because they don't get made anymore. Like,
Yeah.
you don't see very many Westerns coming out.
and it was fun to watch spaghetti westerns after seeing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which
Yeah.
is what Leo's character goes off and does, and kind of learning more about those. And I'd highly recommend to people to watch them. And I'm really excited to watch Good and the Bad and the Ugly, since it's considered one of the best and the best of that trilogy. The other thing that I did was I watched the premiere episode of season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Just picks up right where it left off with tone and writing. The animation is so good. And they introduce a lot of really cool new clone characters.
Yes.
Um,
With an interesting twist at the end.
yeah. Yeah, that made me super happy because I hated how that character was taken off the show.
Yeah.
It was stupid. I liked the premiere episode of the Clone Wars more than the entire sequel trilogy. So,
Are
there's
they
that.
30 minutes still?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, they're pretty easy to watch and
I
very
prob-
digestible.
Yeah.
I will say if you haven't seen
Yeah.
anything else, like it's not something you can just jump into. and
Yeah.
get.
You need to watch
You
all
do
of
have
Clone
to
Wars.
watch the rest of it. Yeah.
I didn't put it in my what have I been doing, but I was watching some of that too.
Nice.
But
Slowly working my way through it.
man, I love the Clone Wars so much. It's the best thing Star Wars has made since Empire Strikes Back. I think so. I probably won't review every episode every week. I'll probably wait till we do a TV talk episode
Yeah.
about it.
We'll definitely do a series recap and a TV talk.
But if it keeps going just the way it started, I'm so freaking pumped. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, like Tyler said, I played Apex.
I don't know if you played with him after the initial night, but Luke bought the battle pass.
Nice.
I did. They earned $10 from me. It's
Yeah.
a free game. I'll gladly give them money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I jumped in Friday night super late.
Yeah, that was.
Had a lot of fun. Got a win.
We
Yeah.
did.
First night. So
We
did.
freaking were grinding out for that win too. It took us a long time, but
I think we got out like 2:30 in the morning.
it was
like,
pretty
hey,
late.
Barely
we
keep my eyes
we
open.
had donuts and Monster.
Yeah.
Keep us fueled,
Brett and
baby.
Brett and I had a college snack night, I
We
guess.
did.
We went to Quick Trip and got donuts and Monster and got on the sticks and introduced Luke to the arena.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a ton of fun. Everything these guys have said, I will probably agree with. Except I'll add to that it's a battle royale game and that it loses some. I don't know. I'm not a huge multiplayer gamer like you guys.
Sure.
So it's not going to be like last as long for me as like
Yeah.
I'm not invested as in it as something like that's story driven.
It's not going to be
That's what I'm
something
trying
that
to
you
say.
go home, turn on, and play by yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna have. It's gonna have
Like-
to be something that we've coordinated, and
Yeah.
we're like, okay, we're playing tonight.
Like
hop on.
Saturday morning, I watched Clone Wars, and I was like, well, I guess I'll play some more Apex. I'll jump into this and see how I'm fare without.
You
Brett
did
and
well
Tyler.
from what
I
we
got.
saw on
I got
Snapchat.
2 more wins.
He's got more wins than I do this season.
Nice.
I had some pretty cool plays, I think, to end them. I got both of the finishing kills, which was a lot of fun. I can show. I recorded the videos. I don't know if you guys watch it. I can show it to you. But in my third win, second one without you guys, I got 5 kills, had over 1,000 damage. I was doing quite well.
Look at
Growing
this
up
guy.
before our
Look at
eyes.
this
Look at
guy.
this. This is awesome.
It felt really good, but then after that, it turned into a normal battle royale game where it's just like
Lands die.
land die,
land.
bad partners. They bail on you and don't
Yeah.
anything. They relinquish jump master, and then suggest for you where to go. You go there, and then they leave, and it's like, well, what was the point?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I kind of was like, okay, yeah, I'll wait till everybody else is on.
Then we
when I
played
keep
a little
playing.
bit more.
Yeah.
We
Nice.
were getting some pretty ugly drops too. It was not good.
Yeah, it's always great when you drop 4 times in a row and the only thing you can see is a Mozambique.
Yeah.
Like, yay.
I got 2 eliminations with the Mozambique the other day.
Dude, if you get hammer point rounds on that thing, it's disgusting.
I just got it early enough in the game, and they didn't have weapons.
or armor or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's fantastic.
Nice. Glad you're
Sweet.
enjoying it, man.
And I
Look forward
watched
to-
Sonic a long time ago. I actually talked about it a little bit last week. But
We'll give a full review here in a little bit.
Define fool.
So Apex with these guys, I'm really enjoying this season a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
And I've been having a lot of fun on Kings Canyon specifically. This,
Unfortunately,
this weekend.
that's
It's
gone now, right? It went away
I
today.
think so.
But it'll be back for the second half of the season
Ranked.
for ranked. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I wonder if that was some of my problem. I feel like everybody loves Kings Canyon,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't do good on it. I feel like, and I went to the other one to play World's End, and I'm getting like 5 kills every
Yeah.
match, I feel like.
Yeah. Kings Canyon. I mean, it was the map for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
2 full seasons. So everybody knew it
Yeah.
like the back of their hand.
Yeah. Very much so.
Like we weren't even looking at the map and we were calling drop spots and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we've all played it so much.
The other thing I did was a movie commentary with you guys.
We did do that.
I
tried to forget that we watched that movie.
I know. Thank you everyone
never
who
forget
voted to make us watch Fantastic Four
Keyword
Stick.
make. And forced it.
Fan Four Stick.
Tyler maybe is the hero of the night because he found us a drinking game to
Yeah.
play while we.
I was more looking for reasons to drink while watching that movie than I was watching the movie. Like, I'm sure when you listen, all you'll hear is headphones drink. Like, I was more excited about that than I was the movie.
I think it ended up being a fairly entertaining commentary.
I jumped on the IMDb trivia to
Yep.
relinquish some fun facts.
It was rough.
So that's over.
I pleaded with
that's
Disney
out,
Marvel to make correct on Doctor Doom.
That's out on our podcast feed. It's not over on YouTube yet. YouTube's dumb when it comes to things. So, but on other things, it's awesome. Like our live show
Yeah.
treats us well there.
Are we live?
We're doing it live.
Doing it live. The last thing I did was I
Squeeze that
binge
in.
watched Mythic Quest on Apple TV Plus. So this is an interesting. I've been meaning to get around to watching some Apple TV shows. And finally, I felt like I had the time. I was just kind of doing stuff around the studio and cleaning, and we're getting our house ready to sell. So I kind of had it on while I was doing that, and I really enjoyed it. I think that the first half of the season is a little weaker, but the second half is really good. It's got a Silicon Valley / community vibe. So it's not like a pure comedy, or like it has really funny moments, but I don't think it's moment to moment all that funny, but it's good because it has good characters still. So,
Is it a cutting edge comedy?
no.
Because that's what it's described as on IMDb.
It is- IMDb lied right there.
Liars.
Um,
Ooh, Ashley Birch is in this?
it's got a good cast. I don't know if there's a bad cast member.
Get excited. Say it, boy.
And I think there's an episode about halfway through the season that's a complete like almost a complete standalone episode. It's in the same universe, but it's set like in the past of the show. And it's kind of the whole ethos of what the show is condensed down into one episode with different characters. And it's really well acted. It's really well written. But, yeah. I don't know. I liked it quite a lot. And that made me, after I finished that, I started For All Mankind. So I'm about halfway through
Nice.
that right now. I think Luke would enjoy For All Mankind.
That's the one with Joel Kinnaman, right?
Pretty sure I'd
Yes.
love it.
Yeah. I think that one looks good.
That one, it's great so far. So, a little alternate
I love space.
alternate history, and yeah, it's well made.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's about all I did this week. Or
You
did I
managed
forget
to get a
something?
lot done.
I did. I
while-
managed to watch quite a bit while I was doing stuff. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Do we want to dive into some news real quick?
Real quick before we get into news, let's talk about the best comic book
Oh,
movie
yeah,
costume
yeah.
ever. because we had a poll on Twitter. We had a tournament on Twitter.
Mortal Kombat.
So I want to thank everyone who went out and voted. We had great responses. A couple people said that their favorites weren't on there. Sorry, we had to make the hard choices. But in the finals, we had Wonder Woman. Nope, not Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's in it.
Yeah, it was Wonder Woman, Captain America, Black Manta, and Black Panther.
Yes. Sorry,
I
I
don't
didn't
need
have it
Twitter.
pulled. I didn't have it pulled up.
Did you guys vote?
Nope.
Ooh, you could be the tiebreaker then.
I voted.
Okay. So here's the deal. In our championship round, we had Wonder Woman with 32%, Captain America with 23%, Black Manta with 14%, Black Panther with 32%.
I don't understand why those percentages would be different.
Well,
Because both of them got 7 votes.
yeah. Twitter gave Wonder Woman 32% and gave Black Panther 31%, but they're the same number of votes. So Luke's going to be our tiebreaker here.
Why can't we give it to both?
I voted for Black Manta.
I voted for Cap, so I mean, do we want to give it to both?
They're both awesome.
They are.
I
both
think they're-
awesome.
All of those are awesome.
I think they should both get it.
All
And
right.
I'm just flashing back to the dunk contest when they didn't give it to Aaron Gordon and they didn't give it to the other guy who did win. I don't remember his name. Derrick Jones Jr. Oh, jeez. And it should have been a tie because they both did really good, but no, they had this awkward dunk off, and it was weird.
So we should say congrats to Diana, Princess of Themyscira, and T'Challa, King of Wakanda,
Yeah.
on having the most awesome comic book movie costumes,
Yep.
according to the fanboys and fangirls.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was a lot of fun. We'll have more polls in the future for all sorts of fun things.
Go Black Manta.
I know. I'm just glad we got a antagonist on there, a villain
Yeah.
on the finalist. I tried to put one villain or anti-hero in every category, and he snuck on through to the finals.
Dude, his costume is dope.
It is. It most
And the
certainly
fact
is.
that it's practical is mind blowing to me. But
All right. What do we have for news?
nothing.
Oh dear.
I'm just
Shortest
news.
show ever.
This is easy.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, we already reviewed Sonic. You
I did it for 30 seconds last week. There was only one trailer that I saw,
Saw a
but I
couple.
didn't watch it because it was Westworld season 3, and I don't want season 2 to be spoiled for me. So
I didn't watch it because I don't want season 3 to be spoiled.
I didn't watch it because I don't want season 1 to be spoiled.
Get on the train, Tyler.
Look, man, I can't handle watching too many shows at once. I'm working on it. That's my thing this year. Is to
It's all
watch
watch
good.
TV
Clone
shows.
Wars first.
It's all good. There were
Well, I got Altered Carbon.
there
coming
were a
up.
couple other trailers. First off, Run with
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't watch
Sarah
this
Paulson
trailer.
and Kira Allen. That looks really interesting.
I haven't watched
I'd agree.
it yet.
It does look interesting. I don't know if it looks good, though.
I don't know how good it looks, but I don't know. Like after seeing,
I'm going to wait for a Rotten Tomato score on that one.
Sure. It's got that like, to me it has that Blumhouse vibe, plus like kind of Sharp Objects-esque mystery. Like that sounds like an interesting combo. I think Sarah Paulson's a fairly decent actress, so
I like her.
yeah. There was another one called Dream Horse with Toni Collette. It's a very English movie.
Oh, I saw everybody just making memes of this movie because how the Twitter account only had like 16 followers or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It'd be like if we made a movie, we'd have about 16 followers.
Yeah, but
They're
Toni
our
Collette
biggest-
is in it, and it's from a studio, not 3 schmucks in a basement.
That's true. It looks like a heartwarming
It's called Dream what?
Dream Horse.
It's a horse movie. Horse
It's
is
a
gonna
horse.
die.
It's a horse racing movie. I don't know. I watched the trailer. I didn't think it looked bad. I did not want to go watch, but if you're into that kind of feel good movie, great. And then the last one, Charm City Kings.
I haven't even heard of this.
I'm definitely not watching Dream Horse.
This is
So you're saying
a
nay
smaller-
instead of
I'm
yay.
saying nay for sure.
smaller budget
Yay.
movie. about a kid in the streets who kind of follows in his brother's footsteps, wants to be like in the one of the, not a gang, but a clique kind of motorcycle gang. I don't know. It looks interesting.
I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, Tyler's Googling it. And the Run trailer pops up.
So, I think that one's out April or something. It was fairly soon. That's why I mentioned it.
We'll see. I imagine I'll probably hear something about it. Given that I follow almost every movie outlet, I feel like.
That one looks a little more intense.
Than Dream Horse?
A little more intense than Dream Horse. Maybe a little less intense than Run. I don't know.
Dream Horse.
Nay.
Yikes.
All right. What actual news do we have?
I think the coolest news story this week has to be the Cyberpunk 2077 news that came out today.
Yes.
With if you buy Cyberpunk on your Xbox One, if you buy the new Xbox Series X, you won't have to buy it again. They'll give you the upgrade for free. I think that is amazing.
Yep.
Because I specifically remember saying, well, once it got delayed, I was like, guess I'm waiting for it to come to Series X or whatever.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to worry about that. I can get it day one and play it, and then hopefully carry over my progress.
Yeah.
But that's really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I think that's just CD Projekt Red is ahead of the game, man. They're good.
So that announcement kind of came on the heels of Xbox talking about Series X specs and some of the features it has. And one of the really cool features it has is called Smart Delivery, and that's what this is essentially Microsoft is going to look at, what console do you have? Mm-hmm. So here is the game, like the version of the game that's optimized for you. And now developers have to opt into that in terms of like, CD Projekt Red could have been like,
no, buy it twice.
No, you buy it twice. They could do that, or you can opt into this really neat feature that is very pro gamer.
Yeah.
So
Well, CD Projekt Red is valued at $8 billion, so I'm sure they won't feel any of that in their pockets.
So with disc then?
A disc?
How does this work?
Even now, discs just download the game to your hard drive, and then all it uses the disc for is an authentication.
To say you actually
To say
own
you
it.
own it.
So you okay.
So
cool.
it would download the appropriate copy of the game for your Xbox, and it would still. Just
And then the
use your-
Series X will come out and be like, update.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They'll just be like, hey, download all these 4K assets, and we'll
up your hard
let you
drive.
run at 120 frames per second.
Cool.
That's so cool.
Probably not Cyberpunk. I
Luke-
don't think Cyberpunk's running at 120 frames per second.
Luke likes that.
But some
Like
other
Nike.
some other things about the Xbox Series X that we learned this week, and you can find this all over at news.xbox.com if you want to like read through the whole list. We did get the confirmed 12 teraflops of GPU performance.
Because I need that.
I don't know what that means.
It's just really powerful. I thought there was an interesting tweet. I think I liked it. I want to get it right, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. I apologize. We don't want any awkward silence. So
Luke
I'm
and
just
I
gonna
always
keep
distract
talking.
everyone.
And of course, I can't find it.
Dude, Luke and I went to Pizza Hut tonight.
Oh, what'd you get?
Stuffed crust pizza.
I can feel it churning.
Man, it has been a hot minute.
We
Since...
gotta get through this episode.
Oh yeah, I can't find
Gotta
it.
go fast.
But
Nice.
it was
Well
saying
done.
in 2001, some data center had like a 12 teraflop amounts of 12 teraflops of computing power, and it costs like $100,000 to make.
Wow.
And in
So
2020, 19 years later, they're gonna sell it for 500, and it comes in like something this big
A mini-
versus
Instead
an
of a giant
entire
room.
data center.
it comes in a mini fridge.
Yeah. It also
What
has
if
some
you
cool
can store
things.
drinks inside your
Dude,
Xbox?
that would be amazing.
It's gonna have some cool things to reduce latency input, and that includes like on the Xbox itself, but also they're working with TV manufacturers to make sure that hey, when you fire up a game, it's switching over to game mode so that like automatically, so you get better latency there. If you're putting in a movie, it's going to switch it to movie mode.
Tom Cruise sponsored movie mode.
Exactly.
So my Xbox One S already kind of does that.
Yes, they already do that with certain TVs.
Doo-doo.
Do-do-do.
Loser.
Nice. I don't get it.
Of course you don't. It's okay. We forgive you. Okay.
They did also say that they will support 120 frames per second, which just boggles my mind.
That's great. It won't happen. What game will come out that can do that?
COD will probably be like, you can play with mobile graphics, but here's 120 frames per second.
Woo! Yeah.
COD would be the one to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then people will be playing it and it'll just be like
You know-
the people who went and saw Gemini Man, there's like, my body can't take this.
To be fair, though, Fortnite on iPad
throw
Pro
up.
runs at 120 frames per second. There are definitely games that could do it.
Yeah, they're on PC.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to go watch Gemini.
That was only certain theaters, though.
Oh my god.
I don't think Warren is
That's so
suited for 120
freaking funny.
FPS.
Oh man.
All right, what else you got? That's the end of my gaming news.
Stop laughing at that.
Two gaming related things, but movie related.
Oh man.
The first one, Borderlands is getting a movie.
This is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
This is so
And
I
it
totally
is-
forgot about this.
It's gonna be directed by Eli Roth.
Oh, boy.
Listen, I saw a lot of people that were really pumped about this, but as a
Why?
person who doesn't like Borderlands and has never seen an Eli Roth movie because I've never heard anything really good about him, don't care. Like, congratulations if you're excited, but this is not for me at all.
Here's where I land on it. I've never beaten a Borderlands game. I think the gameplay loop is cool. I think it's a fun aesthetic. If this isn't animated, I'm not interested. I don't think Borderlands lends itself to it. It can't be Mad Max, right? Like you can't be like, let's make a comedy out of Mad Max. Like, no,
That's not how it works.
I don't think so. And so this is just a weird choice, especially for Eli Roth, who I guess is trying to get into blockbuster movie making.
I mean, his Death Wish reboot with Bruce Willis made no money and was severely panned. So, is he a good director? And if he's not ripping somebody's face off and eating it or something, which is what he's known for, I don't know. I won't ever watch him.
This is one of those where I think the world of Borderlands looks really interesting. I've never really sunk my teeth into a game. So if you can give me 2 hours of entertainment around that world, I'm more interested in it than another. I'd rather do that than go buy a game and play it for 50 hours, right? But I understand where you're at in terms of like, does the quality going to be there? Especially, I think you're right. I think it lends itself to animation.
Yeah, I
really
don't.
well versus live action. So
I just feel like this will be so overacted and so overdone. Like because that's what Borderlands is. Everything
Yeah.
is so overdone. I don't see a world where this movie gets over 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I just don't. I don't think it works.
probably not.
If it's animated, maybe in that 45 to 60% range. But
We definitely had a rare hit with Sonic here this month in terms of like a video game property getting good reviews, making a lot of money. I don't know if this has had to have been in talks prior to that, but I do think maybe people are starting to think, oh,
we can
maybe
do
we
it.
can do video game movies.
Yeah.
And so I think we will see more of these before we see less of them.
Yeah.
Continuing on that note, Tom Holland had an interview.
Oh my
I love talking
gosh.
about this. The first part is something we kind of already figured out on our own, I would think. He talked about how Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is his favorite out of the series, and how it's going to draw a lot of inspiration from the opening of that game where you're a kid. Yeah, we kind of all figured that out, Tom. Thanks. But the exciting news was, I don't understand, but it's going to start filming in about 4 weeks
Tom
With-
Holland's directing
with
this
no
thing.
director attached. Okay, Tom. Good to know. Good luck directing your first feature
Yeah.
at the age of
Yeah.
23 or something.
That movie's gonna bomb so hard.
That movie's never gonna come out. Can't bomb if it doesn't come out.
I just don't know what they've.
Smarter in the system.
I don't. I just yeah. I don't understand how you start shooting a movie without a director. Who are the Are there producers on it who are like,
Sony.
we have director. I mean, actual like producers.
Probably Pascal.
Who could come in and be like, I'm gonna oversee the shoot for the first 3 weeks. I don't know. I mean, a movie like this though probably only has what 8 to 10 weeks of shoot, like principal. It's not gonna have 4 months of principal photography.
You never know. With everything that's been an absolute train wreck, this thing might get extended way beyond what its budget really wants them to do, and it gets drawn out. And
Apparently, Ruben Fleischer is who they're looking at.
well, that's because it's Sony's boy right now. Because he did.
This will be the 7th director.
Jeez.
Dude,
Lucky number 7.
Ruben Fleischer will drop. It'll get another one, and they'll drop. And my prediction will be right.
Did you predict 2 more?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I'm close, man.
So to riff off of that,
I think mine was that it'll just be canceled. Did I predict that? Or was
Probably.
I can't remember if that one was.
I don't know, you look your notes.
Okay.
Got that.
You don't have it written down for me?
Mission Impossible 7 is filming right now, and
It's shut down.
it has been delayed, or at least so part of it was going to go shoot in Italy, and due to the COVID-19, I guess there were kind of suddenly a bunch of cases in Italy. They've said, oh, nope, we're not going to go there right now, which basically just means they're probably going to stay on the lot and shoot some other things until it's either cleared up or they decide we can't go there. We're just going to shoot it all on the lot.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about backlots.
Seriously.
You just build whatever you want.
I got some news coming out of the DC Universe pocket of the world. The streaming service, specifically, so all this is related to the animated Harley Quinn show.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred Molina has been cast as Mr. Freeze for Season 2.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. And then Season 2 of Harley Quinn starts in April.
quick.
Nice.
Yeah, it just
Quick.
ended Friday. So that's awesome. I'm excited. I'm glad that they're pumping out more.
I need to finish that first season.
Yeah,
Well,
Dana
I need to start-
watched
I need
the
to start
entire
that first season.
Dana watched the entire thing Saturday,
Oh, dang.
and she fell asleep after the 3rd episode and started over from there at like 5,
And then still finished it?
and still finished it. So
Nice.
It's not super long.
it's only 13 episodes, 20 minutes an episode.
Oh, yeah,
so
it's not bad.
It's a quick watch.
So I'll stick around in the DC world because there was several kind of stories that dropped. One of the big ones, and it's been interesting, but to hear what everybody's talking about it, because I don't know if I was really expecting it. Wasn't really the know, I guess. But Dan DiDio is leaving DC. I don't remember his exact title, but he was like in second in command at DC Comics,
Yeah.
or something. And it kind of looks like he was being forced out.
He's the co-publisher.
Yeah. But he was rumored, and this was the first I had heard of it, to be rebooting DC again.
Oh.
With something called 5G. And it was going to be, they were going to age up all of the Golden Age heroes and age them out. So like Batman and Superman would be super old or dead,
Why would
and they would be moving on to new stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how accurate all this stuff is or not, but I don't think it's a good idea to do that.
I think you'd just be better just to have your own Splinter thing and just start without those characters.
And they've done that. They've done that for the past, like, how many, 40 years now?
They
Ever
did the
since-
whole Future's End run too.
They did it with Crisis.
Yeah.
They keep rebooting the world
Yeah.
and starting new things. They did Flashpoint before the New 52. I mean, they did Future's End. They did Rebirth, and they brought in Doomsday Clock, and it was all Dr. Manhattan's fault. They did Earth 2, which was a whole new Earth. I mean, even Marvel did it with, like, Ultimate and everything. But I don't think it means you have to get rid of the old
Everything
characters.
else, yeah,
I don't know. It's
That's a bad choice.
interesting choices being made, but I guess it's not. Well, I shouldn't say that. It might still happen for all we know.
But he was one of the main guys who pushed the new 52 as well.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, a lot of really cool stuff came out of the new 52.
yeah,
Snyder's Batman run, Azrael's Wonder Woman run, Jeff Johns' Aquaman run. Those were all super good. Superman sucked. I guess I don't have a problem with you starting over. That's fine because it's always good to have a starting point for new readers to come in. But
yeah, it makes. I get the accessibility part, but still, there's
Yeah.
plenty of places to jump in.
and there's plenty of room to create new characters and still keep the old ones. You just need to put writers who are competent enough to create good characters.
But he is out.
Yeah, he's leaving.
Okay, well.
So
I
we'll
guess-
see what happens with DC.
Yeah.
I think, did he share that job with
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee?
Yep.
Okay, so now it's
So
just
no,
Jim Lee
Jim Lee's alone. Yeah,
for now. Maybe
they'll hire someone.
yeah. Still in DC land, Ben Affleck had a lot of interviews because his movie's coming out The Way Back, where he's a basketball coach.
Yeah.
And he talked
I'm
about...
excited about that movie.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Plus, honestly, I'm really excited because the director, the dude who did Warrior and The Accountant and
Yes.
all that, so...
And it seems real personal.
Oh, it's literally Ben Affleck's life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alcoholism and divorce, which are the
It's-
two big things that he just went through.
Yeah. And he mentions in his
yeah.
interviews, he's very candid about it.
Yeah. And like kind of one of the things he was asked about was Batman. Like, why aren't you
Yeah.
Batman? Why aren't you doing Batman? He's like, well, I passed this script off to somebody that I trusted and they really liked it. But they said, if you go through what you just went through, that being on Batman v Superman and Justice League, you're going to drink yourself to death. So we kind of started leaving.
Yeah. Stepped away. That makes complete sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Good on him to know when to call it quits, though.
Yeah.
Too.
But it was...
Kind of crazy.
It's just, man, to hear all the freaking crap that went down on Justice League and how it just kind of ruined, and I guess starting with Batman v Superman, but it just kind of ruined DC for a bit and Ben Affleck and everything. It's just really sad.
Yes. Bummer.
I'm
This is a bummer.
putting my stuff together for later. Sorry, don't mind me.
The last thing was we got our first look at the Batsuit from Matt Reeves, but this week we got Stuntman Batsuit
Yeah.
out on the streets of Glasgow.
Falling over on the motorcycle.
I'm pretty sure he's okay, so I feel okay with laughing, but
He wasn't moving that fast.
yeah.
That was awesome.
But what do you
He's
guys
like, "Woo!"
what do you guys think of seeing the full
I love it.
suit? I guess I don't know if I call it a full suit. It's the stunt suit.
I'm good with everything. I don't love the ears. They're
The only thing I don't like about them is they have like that weird.
they've got
like,
their
ramp thing going on.
They're very like they seem petite and long. And we talked about this last week, Luke. I'm a fan of like the Batfoot, like short and like these are like
Yeah.
ears.
The only thing I don't like is
They
have
feel like
the-
more like antennas to me, but
So
they're still very stiff.
I don't think it will look
I'm sure it'll
exactly
look,
like
I'm
that.
sure it'll look
I
great
mean,
in the movie.
he's wearing a helmet. Is what
Yeah.
he's wearing.
Yeah.
That
right,
cow's
right.
like if you look at it, it's like oddly
It
shaped
has
around his
that-
head. It's bulgy.
You can see
and-
the second piece.
It'll
Yeah.
be
And then,
it'll
like,
be
the
CG.
goggles
It'll
over
be
the
CG.
eyes.
yeah, he's wearing a helmet and
Yeah.
so he doesn't
Yeah. Safety first.
hurt himself.
We'll fix it in post. It's fine.
I do think the ears do look kind of weird too, so I'm interested to see on what it will look like as a finished project. Plus, this is extremely proto Zero
Oh, yeah.
Year, so heavily inspired by Zero Year. Great comic by Snyder and Capullo. Features a Riddler. You should check it out. It's from the New 52. I'm done with DC Land. You go.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more
Uh,
DC stuff.
Side spin off of DC into just HBO/Warner Brothers. Friends reunion is happening on HBO Max.
Boo!
I'm not a Friends fan.
Me
I've
either.
always thought it was overrated.
I like my
but
friends though. You guys are pretty cool.
I like you too.
Yeah, I like
They
you
don't
guys
touch
too.
me.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. You're
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Friends, the show.
Dana
either.
is, so this just locks in my chances of getting HBO Max even more.
Nice.
But I know that all the Friends people are super excited. Congratulations. Please stop telling me to watch it. I'm not going to, and I'm sick of hearing about
The
it.
one where Luke complains about Friends.
That and How I Met Your Mother drive me absolutely insane.
I
Go
was just
talk.
going
Go
with a
watch it and talk
a
to somebody
Friends
else about
episode
it.
title. The one where Luke complains about Friends.
what else? What else we got?
The whole Project Luminous thing
Oh
for
yeah.
Star Wars is supposed to be revealed tonight. Earlier today, a book was revealed called Star Wars: The High Republic, The Light of the Jedi. And on the cover, there's a Wookiee with a lightsaber. So I'm in.
Legit.
Yeah, super in. Gonna read this one. Be my first Star Wars novel.
We might have some breaking news here in like
20 minutes? 10 minutes?
15. Yeah,
13?
Ooh, exciting.
we'll see.
Ooh, another one.
Parasite is gonna be streaming
Yeah, that's weird.
over on Hulu
That's awesome, but weird.
here in April, on April 8th. So if you have not gotten around to watching the Oscar-winning film by Bong Joon-ho, go check it out on Hulu. It's really good.
It's really good.
Well, and go check it out on Hulu in like 2 months.
Just
Like,
rent
go
it.
rent it right
just
now.
go rent it
yeah.
and buy it. I'm pretty sure you'll have a great time watching it. It's really good.
It's really, really good. Really good. Luke, you got something else?
I got something from Marvel Land.
yeah, do it.
So the rumor is that Red Hulk is going to be showing up in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series, and also that starting with Black Widow and then kind of weaving it throughout, kind of maybe the Disney Plus stuff. But the Thunderbolts are going to be showing up, so it could be a lot of fun. Do you know what the Thunderbolts are?
Aren't they like the Marvel Suicide Squad?
They're villains disguised as good guys. They don't have like bombs in their neck or anything.
Right.
But like,
They're
so
a
like,
team of
Red Hulk is the Hulk.
So they're the Earth.
They're
the
a
Earth,
good team.
They're the Earth 3 Justice League.
No, they're straight up villains. These guys are. They're doing good things, but they're actually bad guys with ulterior motives.
Ooh.
So could be it
It's
would be fun.
twisty.
They'll be really cool. Ooh, extra twisty.
Is the Winter Soldier part of this? It certainly looks like that's him. That is absolutely him.
Nice. So, also, I meant to follow up your Star Wars thing with this Star Wars thing, but reportedly J.D. Dillard and Matt Owens are being tapped to work on a Star Wars project.
What happened to giving this a break?
Yeah. To be fair, this is one of those things that, like, I don't know if I would normally say something about it because Disney's in talks with probably, like,
30 different people.
yeah, a ton of people. I just think it's cool. Matt Owens was a writer on Luke Cage, so a little bit of crossover there. J.D. Dillard directed Slight, which is a kind of a magic,
Like an indie sci-fi.
an indie sci-fi magic.
Wasn't that one that we
movie.
wanted to see when it came out, but we just never got around to going and watching it?
I'm pretty sure that one was not in Wichita.
Probably not back then. So that's an interesting group. I'd be down to see whatever they wanted to create. I think what we'll see going forward from Star Wars is a lot of standalone stuff on Disney Plus. To me, this is kind of what that screams. Like, hey, like, let's give these guys either a real short series or a standalone project, and we'll bounce in and out a lot of different creatives on that kind of thing, and we'll save our trilogies for the J.J. Abrams of the world.
I'd rather have my trilogies come from the Slights of the world, actually.
Yeah. Hey, me too.
My last news story, if you are an Animal Crossing fan,
Ooh.
they
No, I'm
had
just
a Nintendo Direct this past week, kind of detailing everything as it pertains to Animal Crossing, coming out in March, if that's your thing. I personally am not an Animal Crossing fan, but I know that there is a huge cult following of those games, and people are really excited. So
Yeah, I've never played it.
I played it on my phone for a day. Yep.
Nice.
Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
I think we're good. We're good to move on to that supersonic review. I don't know. I was trying to make a speed joke and I failed.
This
miserably.
review is going to be fast.
Much like the movie.
I don't know if the movie was that fast.
Sonic, what'd you guys think? I haven't seen it. I can't give you a review, but I'll try and ask you interesting questions to keep the conversation
Love it.
going.
So here's my
What are your initial thoughts?
Here's my impression. I had more fun than I expected.
That's good.
I got exactly what I thought I was going to get.
There's our impressions. What's your
Wow.
next question?
What's your Twitter review?
Oh, I never even
Literally
tweeted about
almost
this
the
one.
exact thing I just said. Just saw Sonic. That was a lot more fun than I expected.
Did
I
anything...
think was actually my tweet.
I kind of said mine last week, but it was I showed up for Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
Left pleased with that. The rest, who cares? It was fine. Totally serviceable. Hashtag Olive Garden.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You did do that.
Did anything stand out? What stood out for you guys as like something enjoyable about the movie?
Jim Carrey is awesome in it.
Jim Carrey
He really is.
is the best part of the movie.
He goes full on like 90s Jim Carrey. It's so
That's fun.
awesome.
The unfortunate part is that most and all of his jokes are used in the trailers.
Oh,
Yeah. That is the unfortunate part.
that is bummer.
I mean, even some of them still made me laugh. Like, I love the coffee bit. And, like, when he's running away from the dinosaur, I thought it was hilarious. But
That scene is just so...
it's literally just Jim
This is-
Carrey hanging out in
I
his
was going to
apartment.
say, I feel like they were just like, hey, Jim, go stand on set. We're going to turn on the camera. You do whatever it is that you do to get to that weird
do
Ace
you, bro.
Ventura place. We're going to film it. It might become part of the movie. It might not.
So-
and go for it.
I have something to tell you. And I would have not realized this, but I listened to other people talk about this movie
Okay.
on a video game podcast. And I thought it was awesome. This is the third Ace Ventura movie. It's Jim Carrey searching for a lost pet. It's a hedgehog. He's looking for a hedgehog. So it's not technically, but this could be the third Ace Ventura movie.
What did I
And
say?
he acts the exact same as the
I was
Ace
going to say,
Ventura movies.
right when we walked in, I was like, man, he went full Ace Ventura in
Yep.
this movie. Dude, that makes it so much better.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does. That would be hilarious.
What about Sonic? He's voiced by
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz from he's in lots of things. I know him most from like Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
How did he do?
I thought he was fine.
He's fine.
I thought he was pretty funny.
Okay.
I thought he did a good job. Watching some of the interviews with him, and this is in no way indicative of the movie, but you could tell he really cared about the project, and he wanted it to be right. And so I thought he did a good job. He was funny. His delivery is great. He has one of the best lines in obviously Sonic has the most lines, but
Right.
one of the best lines is about Fast and Furious. I thought that was great. Yeah, I just thought he did a really good job.
I disagree.
Ooh.
I thought he was
controversy.
I thought he was being himself.
Yeah.
I thought
You're like, oh,
he was
this
Ben
is-
Schwartz.
This is Ben Schwartz being Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz.
Best part? I have not seen anything other than Parks and Rec for him.
Yeah, like
So-
just like when I would see him in interviews or something. And he's talking. It's the same voice. It's the same mannerisms. Same everything. It's like okay. And I don't know if having him specifically added anything special that somebody else would have, and probably will never know. I also haven't seen the original shows or games, so I don't know really how he's supposed to sound or act. So I don't know how accurate that is, but I didn't think it was stand out. I didn't think it was bad.
Oh, I'm not saying he stand out. I thought he
Yeah.
did good.
It was serviceable.
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay. What about something like I mean, you haven't said anything like about the score. What about music?
Generic.
It felt
Yeah.
like a comic book movie. Like,
It was generic Tom Hulkenberg.
okay, that's
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was fun, and I thought it had some pretty funny moments. Jim Carrey was great. My con is just a blanket con. It's a generic movie.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
exactly what you think it's going to be. I just think some of the jokes that were in it made me laugh a little bit harder than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some moments I thought were a lot of fun. The montage scene of Sonic I thought was good.
Is that in the bar?
No, just the montage of him being on Earth at the beginning by himself.
Oh, okay.
He's like reading comic books and just pretty much being a dude. It's like, man, this is awesome. So it was just a lot of fun to me. And plus, I kind of said this to Luke too. I think another thing that really kind of ups this movie for me is my wife really enjoyed it. Dana had a lot of fun watching it, and like to hear her, she loves Parks and Rec. So to hear her like belly laughing, she loves James Marsden as well.
Oh yeah.
So to hear her belly laughing at scenes and stuff like that, it just made it that much better for me.
Cool.
I couldn't.
go
I
ahead.
could not stand the road trip thing. Just. I mean, like 45% of the movie takes place in a truck, which is annoying.
That seems like an interesting.
It doesn't work because Sonic can run there.
Yeah,
In, like,
it seems like an
two-
interesting
2
way
seconds.
to. Or when I say interesting, I don't mean it's actually that. That seems like a wasted opportunity. It just seems like a very confining way to. I don't know.
It just hamstrings it, I think. Like, you have this dude with superpowers. They call it superpowers. I don't know if... Is it technically superpowers? I don't know, whatever.
I think
But,
it is.
like-
I mean, he's the Flash. It's the best Flash movie we have right now that's live action.
You have a dude with super speed. I don't want to see him sit in a car.
Right. You want to see him run.
Yeah. I wanna
Because when he does use it, it's pretty dope.
Yeah. And it looked fine. Like, I don't think there was any actual CG in this movie that was like, ugh, gross. Like,
No.
for the most part, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You talk about how it's really funny. It is funny, especially Jim Carrey. I thought he was funny.
Yeah, he's great.
There are moments where I think Sonic Ben Schwartz is funny, but it's just nonstop. It's just constant, just going, here's a joke, here's a joke, here's a joke, here's a joke, here's a joke. 1 out of 10 jokes is going to land. And it's
yeah.
just constant. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. Ugh. Like,
Yeah, but
It
I
was
think
dri-
that
it was
fits
driving me a
within
little
the
crazy.
confines of his character.
yeah, but like, even like something sad would happen to him and he would just quip off of it. Like, he'd be like, oh, well, at least this blubbity blicker blocking didn't blicker
Yeah.
block me. Like, it's
Yeah,
like,
there is that. There is that.
It's like, I guess I don't need Sonic to take a moment, but I need one.
Right.
Sure.
I need one. Mr. Viewer Luke needs one. But they just move on so quick in this movie. And yeah, I guess that technically does fit in with Sonic. Also, first like 10 seconds of the movie, it starts at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
And it freezes and he's like, I bet you're wondering how I ended up here. It's like, well, I bet you're going to tell me.
You kind of sounded like Ben Schwartz there. Good job.
Thank you.
That's a skill I'm sure you wanted to list on your resume.
Well, no, not really.
That seems to be the trend.
Yeah.
In the fourth wall break world that we're in now. It's what everybody's going to do.
All right, oh, sorry, I bumped my microphone. Final thoughts, then how would you guys recommend this?
Last con, product
Go for it.
placement. Good grief.
Yeah, I didn't write it down, but I definitely agree. Zillow, Olive Garden.
It's so badly used in like the worst way. And
It's just so funny because
it's
like
funny because it's so
it's
badly
so bad.
used.
It's almost like James Marsden's like infomercial.
It's straight out of Truman Show.
It's yeah.
It's
Stares at the camera, says their line. I didn't think James Marsden was particularly good in this movie.
yeah.
He has moments where he's decent, but like for the most part, he's just kind of there. He collected his paycheck.
He's also like the worst cop I think ever.
Yeah, yeah. He made that movie for his kids, for sure.
or for the paycheck, or both.
Both.
Rating wise, I would give it a straight to streaming. I do think kids will enjoy it. And even Sonic fans will probably really have a good time. But I think you're best waiting for this one to pop up on Netflix or something. Saving some money. If you're not wanting to rush out to go see it, definitely wait.
So I have like two ways that I recommend this movie. One, if you watch the trailer and you were interested, you'll probably enjoy it. If you watch the trailer and you're like, I don't know, you won't enjoy it. But I also view this movie through the lens of a kid. It's kind of how I went into it. I was like, this is a kid's movie. I mean, it's absolutely a kid's movie. This is not, we are not the target demographic in this movie at all. So I gave it a fanboy worthy. I think kids will love it. I think it fits right in for kids.
What's that like age? I mean, is it like you need to be like 10 years old or?
Honestly, probably 7 or 8 to 14 maybe.
Yeah.
Sonic flosses about 3 times in this movie.
Yeah.
So there's your age demographic.
Yeah, it's a kid's movie for sure. I mean, that's how I kind of went into it. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna blow you away, but you'll laugh, probably have some fun. Jim Carrey's awesome. So I give it fanboy worthy.
Awesome. Great. Cool.
Besides,
I, without
time to
having
fight.
seen it, give it a
We don't need to fight. It's
Matthew McConaughey. I don't know.
You coward. You coward. Give it a booyah. You know you want to.
Oh, hey, real quick before we get into Fanbox, man, we're moving. Do we have any news from Star Wars land? Any live breaking news? If not, it's fine.
I'm not seeing anything on Twitter yet, so I'll click Project Luminous and see what's happening. Project Luminous. Sounds like the title of the next Xbox or something. Yeah, I'm only seeing that book. We'll have to cover it next week, I guess.
Yep, and that's fine. That's not a problem. Okay, well then let's move on to our fan box. We have a couple questions. The first, we've got 2 from the Eitzen gang. What? The first is from my father, Bruce Eitzen. He says, "What one movie would you pick as a must-see that most people would like?" So, is there a movie out there that's a must-see that is like generally you'll like this type of thing? So a crowd pleaser that's still good. 'Cause I think a lot of times we get crowd pleasers that often fall short of that, like, it's good. Not all the time. I think we had some good ones this last year, but
I don't know if it's a crowd pleaser. I just think it's a movie everybody
should
see and will like. And I mean, it's 3. It's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. I love me some Lord of the Rings.
You think it's just going to be like some fantasy thing, but it's so much more. It's so well made. I mean, Return of the King won 11 Oscars.
I mean,
I go with those. Lord of the Rings, baby. Woo.
Gosh, that's tough.
man, although maybe something like Force Awakens. I'm trying to break out of like the real genre, but obviously you end up falling into genre no matter what. Mm-hmm. But I think that's pretty crowd pleasing and very palatable for even general audience people who don't love sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes you feel good?
yeah, it does.
As good as Dream Horse will, though?
Way better. Nobody's seeing that movie. There's like 16 people.
Brett's gonna go.
16 people are gonna see that movie. The 16 followers the Twitter account has.
I'm gonna look up their Twitter.
How many followers?
It's probably gone up a whole lot now. I was seeing people like say retweet the Dream Horse Twitter if you have more followers than them.
Oh.
They're at 1151 now.
Oh, see, there you go. They're good. They're fine. Okay, and then Brenda, my mama, said if were any of you in theater, so theater productions, and if so, please share which titles and characters you played. Which was your favorite?
In high school, I wasn't like a big part of them, but I was part of the chorus of Children of Eden. I did play Methuselah. That was fun.
Nice.
I didn't really have any lines. I just walked out into the middle. And I was a penguin on the ark. That was fun, too. But was I in more? I don't remember. But in college, Tabor did their musical every year. And I was not on stage. I was below it. I played drum set in the pit. And I played drums for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And
That's the only one I saw.
Yeah, I was on the drums, baby. Nice. And I played Godspell. And then I also played another one that I did not like. I don't remember what it's called. Might have been Opal or something. Was not a fan. But I'd probably go with Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I really like that musical, and it has really fun music to play.
That was good. I liked that one a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tyler?
I wasn't in anything. I sang in the chorus growing up, but other than that, I didn't do any acting. I didn't have time.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
I played too many sports.
I was in lots of productions. And that was in high school. I didn't do any productions in college, I don't think. No, I wasn't very active in college. I mean, I was active in other things like soccer and whatnot. But
Me too.
The ones that stand out
Soccer, of course.
are How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. I had a lot of fun. That was my very first production, my freshman year, and I had a lot of fun with it. That opened up a whole new I didn't understand what theater was until then. Theater. Yeah. And then I think one of my last ones, I don't remember much about my sophomore, junior year, what we did. We did an island one. We did an island one where it was like Gilligan's Island.
What?
But I don't remember what it was actually called. That one was fun. I got to there was a rich lady with a dog, a really annoying yippee dog,
Was it Clue?
Like a Yorkie dog or something. And so we had this stuffed animal dog that I would throw around. Totally.
You shouldn't throw dogs,
I
Brett.
know, but it was a play. It was fine.
The Batman punted Baxter.
So I think it was my final show was Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and that was a lot of fun because I think I was a senior and I finally had a main role, so I got to have a little solo and
Crush it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
crushed it.
I knew he crushed it.
Yeah, that one was probably my favorite. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Nice.
What's that last question?
Oh yeah, we did have one more, didn't we? We had a good one from the Who the Hell Is This For podcast.
Love it.
Is that the question? Who the hell is this for?
Who the hell is this for?
That's a good question.
Who the hell is this podcast for? I don't know. But we still
For
got
us.
I was
we
gonna
still
say
got a
it's for
couple
us.
live viewers, so thank you for that, and thank you for everyone who's not watching live but still listening.
We love you.
What is
We love you
your
long time.
ideal cast for a live action Justice League Dark?
Are
I'm
we
flexible for some roles, and this is just his casting. But must have are Dan Stevens as Constantine and Ana de Armas as Zatanna.
Ana de Armas as anything. So sure, I agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah, she would be my first pick after doing a little digging because I'm not super familiar with Justice League Dark. I know, shame on me. But
shame.
I picked someone else for Zatanna just so that we
Zatanna.
so we could be different.
Sorry, it's bugging me.
You have to tell me, otherwise I don't know.
Tyler.
Who's your pick?
Zendaya.
Interesting.
Luke says no.
I do say no.
Mine's not Zendaya either.
I didn't expect yours to be the same as mine.
So are we
That's why
doing?
they're personal.
I've had.
Are we doing Zatanna first? Who is? Hold on.
Oh shoot! I said the wrong one.
Hold on.
I'll go through my whole list.
Who is your team? That's the first question. We have to establish that.
That's true. I just pulled it off a list of IMDb because again, I don't know much about this.
I chose
Or
5.
not. Who did you choose?
Did not pick a team at all. I just picked a couple, but
Okay.
you would need Zatanna, but I've kind of had 3 actresses I think could like be Zatanna, Catwoman, and Batgirl, and 2 of those have been Haley Steinfeld and Kaya Scodelario. I think either one of them could be really good as Zatanna. My other character that I would put in it is Dr. Fate, and I would cast Lakeith Stanfield.
I love it. I would cast him for any role, honestly. At this point,
Yeah.
dude's got range.
So who are some of your other
Okay,
characters then?
Okay, so my team
Your
is
team, yeah.
Constantine, Zatanna, Deadman, Swamp Thing, and Man-Bat. Because I
Okay.
think Man-Bat would be a lot of fun. For Constantine, I like Matt Ryan a lot. I think he's good. But I would probably cast Joel Edgerton.
Ooh, I love me some Joel Edgerton.
For Zatanna, I said Alexandra Daddario.
No.
For Deadman, I said Nicholas Holt. For Swamp Thing, I put Andy Bean, and in parentheses wrote haha. And then for Man-Bat, I put Rhys Ifans. I don't know how to say his name. That's the dude who played the Lizard in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay, so a name that's on my list that's not on yours, and you tell me if he should be a part of the team or not. Again, because I just pulled the list. Jason Blood.
Yes, he should be on the team.
Okay,
He's Etrigan in human form.
right.
Who'd you pick to play him, or did you?
I did. Well, I kind of did. Again, I don't know him that much. I just based off of like kind of some character picks and whatnot. I had Taika Waititi. No, good choice, bad choice. Again, I don't know anything about him. No, not so much. Recast.
Jason Blood is like from King Arthur times.
Oh, he'd be great. He's got the. Fine.
I mean, sure. I mean, he could probably do it. He's a good actor, but I honestly don't think his Taika's role, like the way he normally plays things, would be
fine.
how that movie would go.
It's fine. We'll ignore that one since I don't know anything about him.
It's fine.
Constantine, then. I had Richard Armitage, a.k.a. Thorin from The Hobbit.
Zatanna.
Zatanna.
Attaboy.
I misspoke earlier. Anna Taylor-Joy.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that one.
Deadman. Winston Duke.
Nice.
And then Black Orchid. Zendaya.
Okay. One of the
The podcast has finally
yeah.
shown up.
Black Orchid is one I thought about, and I would cast Rachel McAdams because I know she's just a really big fan of the character.
Oh, nice.
But when I initially thought of this, I did my normal thing, and I did what the question didn't ask.
Holy crap. Richard Madden would be good for Constantine as well.
Oh.
Sorry. I just
Yeah.
saw a picture of him next to a comic book drawing of Constantine. I was like, holy cow, he looks just like him.
So I know I wouldn't cast Matt Ryan. He's done it. He did on TV
Yeah.
for like 4 different
Well, I
seasons
said Joel
for
Edgerton,
3 shows now.
but I
yeah.
mentioned Matt Ryan because I think he's good.
Alexandra Daddario is a terrible actress.
Not good, but she looks the part.
Yeah, the rest, yeah, sure. But so when I initially read the question, I was like, who would I cast in this? Who would I cast in this? And then I started thinking about Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad and how well casted those movies are and how bad they are. So I cast Lee Whannell as the director. That's what I want. I want Lee Whannell to direct this movie. He directed Upgrade, and he's getting a lot of praise for Invisible Man, which is coming out this week.
Oh, yeah. Gotta make time to go see that. Oh, don't
It would
walk
be
across the soundboard.
It would be a fun horror movie. I think you'd do a lot of fun horror stuff with it. There's my main cast.
That's what I think's important about a Justice League Dark movie. Is I feel like it has to be a horror movie. Like I think
Taika's
that's
maybe not the right choice then.
important
That's why I was.
because I think it just allows you to explore a lot of things
Yeah.
that are important about those characters.
Yeah. Because I mean, when I was thinking about it, I was just like, you can have a great assembled cast, but if you don't have a good director or writer, then what's the point?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, for example, Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Great cast.
Very good cast.
Bad movie. Poorly directed and written.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie was fantastic as Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey. Fantastically made movie. Because of good direction and writing. And you also got the good cast with it, but it had a competent director. Which I think is what helps. So.
I was messing with the podcat and only half paying attention. Did you guys say who you would pick as a director?
I said Lee Whannell.
Oh, yeah. Ty?
I have no
Ideas?
idea. If I was,
I'm surprised either one of you wouldn't pick Scott Derrickson.
I mean, I said that and when we made our predictions, so I didn't want to go with that again. But
Scott Derrickson's brother.
Robert Cargill. No, I don't know.
Derrickson would be good. I agree.
Honestly, like I think this would be really cool if Jordan Peele jumped into the comic book world with something like this, but he won't. I mean, I don't know.
Cat's being weird.
That's tough to say.
Cats are always weird, man.
for sure.
Other thing, I don't think this movie will happen.
Yeah. Well, I don't know with Bad Robot. Was that ever confirmed
I don't know.
that J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot was?
They were messing with this property.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
for TV or
Right.
movies. So we don't really
Yeah.
know. Which probably means it won't get made. So.
I don't know. It's such a cool property. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time seeing how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if DC hasn't learned by now that launching your franchises with ensemble movies isn't a good idea, then I don't know that they'll ever figure that
I
out.
think it could work with Justice League Dark though. It's more of it's like a horror. Ooh, I'm about to make this comparison again. It's like a horror Guardians of the Galaxy kind of thing. Like when Guardians of the Galaxy originally came
Why
out,
not
we didn't.
James Gunn directed? There you go.
I don't think you can get away with
He's a horror guy.
calling it Justice League Dark, though.
Right.
That's the problem. Is people even if
It
you
would-
say, I
The
guarantee
minute you say Justice League,
if Justice League is in the title, doesn't matter what trailers you throw out, doesn't matter how many times you say, this isn't this isn't Batman, this isn't Superman, this isn't, the Trinity, people are going to expect that.
Yeah,
And they're going to expect that level of budget, and they're going to expect that level of,
yeah,
this is the tier, this is Avengers level quality.
Mhm. And like
And
that's
that's
why
just-
Guillermo, when he was originally like kind of starting to make this way back in the day,
Yeah.
it was called Dark Universe.
Yeah.
You can't attach a Justice League title to it. It's going to
No.
put way too much expectation with
Right.
it.
Yep.
Also, the Justice League Dark is the comic book title, just to sell.
Just
yeah.
They don't call themselves
in
we're the
comics, you can
Justice
get
League
away
Dark.
with it a little more.
let's get Ari Aster to do it.
Oh my! Look, I love Ari Aster.
What about Robert
Robert
Eggers?
Eggers, yeah.
Oh boy,
Can we shoot it in black and white?
we're really pushing what.
in 4-3
Yeah. And, hey, why not?
on an island with a lighthouse.
With Robert Pattinson.
Let's just remake the lighthouse
yeah.
again. Just
Yeah,
do it
just-
again. Lighthouse 2.
Lighthouse, the sequel.
Yikes.
2 lighthouses, and except there's 3 people, and
No, 4 people, 2 lighthouses. They're looking at each other and they can see each other and they're going, "Who is that?" It's another lighthouse. No,
Except
it's
they're separated by a small channel, until you're like they can interact, but they can't actually. They can yell at each other, but they can't interact. I don't know why you'd need 2 lighthouses for that, but
Now I'm just
There's
thinking
lots
about,
of rocks for ships.
all I can think about now is how a Justice League Dark movie would work
pitch it.
They did an animated movie. Just take
with Batman.
take Batman out of it.
I think Swamp Thing's not Swamp Thing yet. He's just kind of helping. I feel like that's the route they would go with his character.
In
Kirk
any case,
Langstrom is a scientist.
that's a great question. Thank you.
I could do this all night.
Who the hell is this for podcast for submitting that question? You can always shoot us questions over on our Twitter at whatthefanboy or email us at whatthefanboy@gmail.com. Go check out our Fanforstic semi
Commentary.
Yeah, it's less of a
It's more of a roast.
yeah. It really is. Our
It's a
Fanforstic
drinking
roast. Yeah, that was a surprising amount of fun for as terrible as a movie as that
man.
is.
That movie's it's worse than I remember.
We don't really have anything else. I guess probably got Invisible Man we might be reviewing next week, so hopefully tune back in to hear our review on that. Until then, you can always hit us up on social media or find anything that we do over on
Forrest Gump
whatthefanboy.com.
wave.
Yep.
So until next week, we'll see you guys.
Bye, everybody.